Welcome out, everyone. G'day. It is Wobbly Player Syndrome, the podcast all about Warhammer 40k. Hope you're excited. I am. You can tell I'm not wearing sleeves. That's right, listeners. Sleeves are optional. Welcome. This is a bunch of Aussies. Only three of us at the moment. Hopefully we'll have fourth one turn up. He's just running a little bit late, but we couldn't wait for him. Radio Mike. What influence does he have with this podcast? Most of it. Okay. We'll say hi to the people who are here. Hi, Mark.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Adam.
And hello, everyone.
And I, of course, Greg. I hope everyone's doing well. It's another exciting month of talking random stuff about 40k. I hope you're excited about it. If you are excited about it and you are listening to the YouTube, hit that like and subscribe, please. Give us some comments. We love yous all. If you don't like it, then move on. Jog on.
No, don't move on.
No. Stay.
Adapt. Assimilate.
Simulate. That's it. One of us. Yeah, next time Mark will have a tattoo on his shoulder and then we'll be all complete. So this week, shut up. It's a month. If it's only 96 episodes, I'll get one right soon. We are going to have a look at, we know the 11th edition is on its way. We're going to have a look at what that may mean in regard of the range of models and data slates that are out there at the moment. We're expecting that some will probably be legendized or just outright retired and culled, essentially. Things we don't want to, things that probably should. That's what we're going to discuss today. Survive the cull. Sounds exciting, folks, yeah? We do, while you are listening to this on Twitch, add your comments in the chat what you think will be culled or what you don't want to see, or definitely what you want to see. No, you can't cull the entire Eldari range. It's not going to happen. So let us know what you think will happen. Now, we did have a run sheet. It's a new run sheet, and it was all planned really well. And then, of course, we're only three of us here, so I will have a split personality and do Mike's part as well. This should be fun. Alright, so
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong is correct.
Live editing.
Now, the idea, we're not throwing hate or anything at this, and we're not trying to get rid of units we really, really hate. You know, flying bloody Gravis. We wouldn't do that. We're going to be very logical about this, because that's what you come here to listen to. Logic.
So we're going to get rid of Imperial and only have Chaos.
Yeah. See? Logic.
And it's only going to be core.
I mean, it's a flawed logic, but there's
How's it flawed?
a twisted chaos kind of logic there.
Yeah.
Khorne doesn't care where the skulls come from.
That's right. So we're going to have a look at, the main codex that we think will probably be the most impacted. Then we'll discuss some other units and stuff like other factions. What patterns have we seen that give us an idea that we're going to see a cull? And we'll move along like that. So please make sure you enter the chat. And if you're listening to YouTube, put your comments down below as well. We're very interested to know what you think. So, out of all the range that is currently out, the biggest range of data slates is obviously Space Marines, Adeptus Astartes. That book is bigger than the rule book. It's bigger than most books combined. And you've got all the extra codexes for the Blood Angels, Space Wolves, etc., etc. So it kind of feels like if they need to cull and slim down some lines, this would be the opportunity they do it. And the Space Marines are probably the first ones on the block. This is going to be interesting because we've already had, in our warm-up, we already started debating about things and we thought maybe we should have recorded that. Now we have to remember what we said. So it's going to be great. And the Marines being the favourite faction, they are the stress test for players and stuff like that. So they are usually the ones that have the balance effect against the rest of the army. Would you agree with that, guys?
Yeah. I mean, they're the poster boys, so they usually get the first go of any new concepts and stuff like that too.
I do agree with that because that's what you said. They are the poster boys, and they're always there and everything like that. But yeah, I would like to see them not. I'd love a box set that does not have Space Marines on it.
Yeah, that's never happening.
A focus a focus for it. But that goes on to a further discussion, maybe a further when we talk about it later.
Like, I don't get me wrong. I agree with your sentiment. It's never happening. It hasn't happened in how many years now? 40?
Wouldn't that be funny, though, if they did bring out the new 11th edition with orcs and Eldari? People are going, what? What? What do we do with that?
Yeah, like that. It'd probably be the only box set that you could buy.
Yeah. So
because all the rest of them sell out.
Yeah, so I guess they are the ones that are going to be impacted because that will drive the rest of the game, the 11th edition, and as you said, poster boys and girls. Yeah, I'm throwing it out there. Come on, fight me. That will probably be the biggest impact, so that's why we're going to look at them first. Has this happened before, though? Has there been culls before?
Well, we've had the legendized.
Oh.
Yeah, we have seen it. Like, because 8th did a bit of that, where a bunch of stuff got legendized and things like that, and then there was the infamous Warhammer Fantasy changeover, which I think they're still trying to walk back.
Ha! Yes, old world. Well, I think there are some real examples of things being culled. Sorry, Adam.
Didn't they have back? I remember back, I think in early 2000s when I started just tinkering into it, and there was Chaos Dwarves. Weren't they a 40k army as well back in the day?
Chaos Dwarves never 40k.
Okay, maybe
Epic.
fantasy.
I think they were in Epic though.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I remember the train.
I thought that was squats.
Yeah. We do have some people commenting already on what they think we'll see Cull, and his firstborn and Rhino chassis will be getting cut from 11th. That's from Joker.
And
so we'll get to some specifics in a moment. Yeah. So I think we already have seen some Culls and legendized items. Yeah, including every Catachan character except for Sly. They can't catch him.
Well, I mean, Marnius Calgar in Artificer armor.
You keep bringing him up. He's had 4 new models in like 10 years. It's just stupid.
I don't care. I've got Artificer armor. I don't have fucking Gravis Terminator bullshit. I want my Artificer armor Calgar, damn it.
Well, you can play him with us and go, he is in Gravis.
Just put some blue tack on his shoulders to make it look bigger.
Yeah. Just to pump him up.
Yeah. Flex.
Just put him on high heels.
Block for him to stand on.
No, just high heels.
Thanks, Joker. Yeah, so we have seen things before. I've gone completely blank on all the ones. But most of the firstborn sort of don't see much anymore. They're still around, but they don't make them. But yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen, like, even at the point, especially on the Space Marines ones, the Predators. Now, the Predators are in the Chaos side. They're in the Space Marine one, but Predators are not really.
Well, we'll talk specific units in a moment, because you're going to tell us what the criteria of a Cull will be, because you know all.
Yeah. Yes, sure. But you know what I mean? There is chances of these things being just disappeared because. Yeah,
but I think the way that GW is going to do this is they're probably going to be a bit gradual about it because, like, dropping a bomb on the world and just makes people angry.
Oh, I disagree completely. I think 11th edition
what you'll see.
Yep.
Well, what they may do though is soften the blow by saying, well, if you have blah tactical models, they count now as intercessors or something like that.
They'll play as.
The other thing is that, like, what'll wind up happening is you'll have, like, the model kits are out of stock.
Yeah.
So they're still on the site. You can order them, but they're out of stock.
Yeah.
And then one day they will just sneakily take it off the website and if enough time and water has gone under the bridge, people won't notice.
Yeah. So, Adam, do you have an idea what the criteria would be? The one that's written down in front of you, maybe?
I'm
We love run
I
sheets.
am
They work
looking,
well.
and I have read it.
Number 4.
Here we go. So yes, I found it. I got a little bit distracted where we were,
Read it.
shiny objects.
Forgot it immediately.
So yeah, we've got the redundancy, and Mark, you did mention it. Are the gimmick units? Obviously, there's the once-off units and stuff like
Red
that.
Gobbo's
Legacy
an
sculpts.
example.
Red Gobbo, he's got rules at the moment, and he keeps coming back every year with a brand new sculpture. We've got legacy sculpts, resin. Usually if they stay in resin and they haven't brought them into plastic, I feel they will be going, because the fine cast will be costing them a lot more money than just the plastic spray.
Yeah.
As well as data
does it
sheets that
actually cost more?
exist.
Well, it costs
Well,
us more.
Yeah, but I would think it'd cost them less though, because I thought Finecast
would.
was the because they were using it for Forge World stuff that they sold like.
But I think it
5
costs
models
them more in not just the small part of production, because I don't think it's a big seller. It's the small batches, more overhead, in not just the building of the models. And the high price on them, who's buying that? I think it's costing them more that way, not just the cost of the actual build.
Yeah.
If you had
I think just the main example of that is...
Oh, business!
Is the
Quick, move!
Yeah, I think the main thing is that Custody's tank, the grav tank or whatever it is, is soon to become plastic. It's no longer resin.
Yeah.
So I know Bulldust himself talking about it, and that's going to the plastic melt things, whereas it's no longer resin.
Yeah. There's also sorry. Go on.
Yeah.
I was going to say also the fact that Forge World is so expensive, 3D prints impacts that.
Yeah.
So, how do they make it a cheaper run? Mass production. Plastic. Yeah.
Yeah. And the last one is obviously data sheets that exist to prop up the flavor. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. Like Librarian Dreadnoughts. That's a flavoursome thing. Is it practical? No.
As I said, the other thing though with some of those data sheets. I mean, we've always had data sheets that haven't had models on sale. Yeah. Always. I mean, and I guess it depends on how much of a cynic you are, whether that is to encourage kit bashing and all of that kind of stuff, versus we just can't be bothered making a model.
With Warhammer proper sprues.
I just want to say a big thanks to Joker. Apparently, he's just put in his... Apparently, he'd been here too long because he's 450 watch streak. 105 times he's watched this stream. So, we appreciate you, mate. All right. We'll start looking at individual data sheets in a moment. But so we've worked out that the rules we're going to apply, whether it's going to be redundant or just absolutely culled. If there's a redundancy unit that can replace it, if it's just a gimmicky unit, if it's just a really fucking old sculpt, Katachan, just throwing it out there as a preview. Just get your rant ears ready, because I'm going to be there. And if there's, data sheets are only there for fluff, more than practicality.
Yeah.
They're our 4 main criteria of what's going to be culled, what we think might be culled. It's not a passionate thing. We don't want things to be gone. Well, that's not true. There are certain items I want to be gone, but I'll try and stick to this thing. All right. So we're going to first focus on Space Marines, and we'll look at infantry. And Mark, what do you reckon? You're the infantry expert, apparently.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, I mean, looking at the list here, we've got tactical squads.
Yeah, start at 1. Just start with 1, and we'll move on to the other.
Okay. Well, I mean, tactical squads are done. that's going to go straight to intercessors or really any of the other special weapons squads that go around. Assault squads,
We'll
pretty much...
We'll break it down. Tactical squad. Let's talk about tactical squads in more detail because otherwise will be a very short podcast.
Yeah, okay. I mean, because the tactical squad doesn't really offer anything like on the tabletop that you can't get in an intercessor or other Primaris units these days. Like, I know there was a bit of resistance in the early days of Primaris where, like the special weapons and stuff like that were sort of giving them a bit more versatility, but I just don't think anybody's buying them anymore or really using them unless they've already got them from, ancient times.
No, I agree.
I mean, I love a good tactical squad. I mean, I've got 4 of them, like 4 full ones, in my Ultramarines army, but they haven't been relevant for God knows how long now.
Yeah, I got 2,000 points of firstborn salamanders, which is basically tactical squads, and they got the heavy weapons and the special weapons in there.
Yeah, but why would you want to run a tactical squad for 140 points when you can run an assault intercessor squad almost for 150?
Yeah,
probably less men, but still.
It. They've got the intercessors and all the other other Primaris units all do more damage, etc. for the points.
Yeah, you're right. It's a good point. They're very expensive, and they're only there for basically people who've been playing that faction for so long. That's what they have sitting in their collection. But, but it is.
Yeah, so I think you might see, as I said, I think the tactical squad may just get rolled into like standard intercessors or something like that. And it's like, if you've got them, use this data sheet.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll be their own thing for much longer, if at all.
Yeah, it's interesting because the intercessors have got the 3 flavors. The standard tactical squad. And then you've got the heavy intercessors, which is your special weapons, but still only heavy bolters. And then you've got your assault one.
But within that, the tactical squad are a 10-man squad.
Yeah.
It's an automatic blow on hitting blast. You're getting extra dice hitting you with it. So realistically, I think a 10-man squad's, unless you can go to 20, it's done for, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, again, you've always been able to run them as lots of 5. So.
Well, that's their only special ability, to split them into 5s, two squads of 5.
Basically, yeah.
And when was the last time you saw a tactical squad on a tournament table? Yeah.
Yeah, like never.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't think they'll survive much longer.
No, they're too small, and
And assault squads neatly come straight after that, and I don't think they'll survive because we've got assault intercessors now with jetpacks. So, like, I just don't see them existing.
I've got to say, I forgot there was assault squads at all. I went, what are they called?
Well, and nobody's been running assault squads. Like, I mean, Anto's the only exception, really.
I think they're now.
I don't see them on tables anymore when I watch like battle reports and stuff.
No, I think they're now, because they're firstborn, they're sort of classed as the Vanguard veterans with jump packs.
Yes.
Because they're firstborn. Not that you can say.
But there is actually an assault.
There used to be
assault squad. Like, I know there's assault intercessors, but they also did ones with jetpacks.
There's assault intercessors with jetpacks. I think that just that's that redundancy one. They said there's no need for them. But so if we're looking more at the Vanguard veteran squad, you might as well just use your Primaris jump squad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I don't think assault squads will hang around. Like,
not the models at least.
mean, again, it could be one of those things where they turn around and say, just use them as assault intercessors with jump packs. Like,
what about the next one's a big one. The next 2 are big.
Yeah, so Devastators for a long time
Yeah.
through the Primaris thing really held their own, because like having 4 las cannons or missile launchers or whatever,
Well, yeah.
or even multi-melters and stuff,
Yeah.
they really packed a punch for almost no points.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're
Well,
pretty
they're still
cheap.
quite
120 for 5.
And
Let's
I
apply the criteria on them. Redundancy. That means there needs to be another data sheet to replace them.
Well, I mean, we do have some Primaris stuff that's kind of.
Do we though?
Well, as I said, they've tried. They've tried. I mean, they had
What
the
are they
T-shirt
called?
launchers.
I'm
They
looking up
had
T for
the,
T-shirt launchers, and that's not what they're called. What are they called?
Devastators.
No.
Or
Were they Devastators?
Desolators.
No.
Desolators.
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 Yeah, and so
Desolators.
yes, Nerf launchers activate indeed. So yes.
So they don't have a redundancy because they're 200 points.
They also had
as well.
those. Yeah, and then you had the ones that fly in with those autocannon things and stuff. So they've tried to bring some of the Primaris stuff, some heavy weaponry and that, but they seem to have kind of not really hit the mark with it, where the Devastators do. So they could hang around potentially.
Yeah, look, I would like to see them just get new models, not legendize, because I think having that mobile heavy weapons team that can be a multi-melter. Salamanders love multi-melters. Black Templars like multi-melters. Las cannons are very powerful still in the game, but there's no unit. The T-shirt, I mean, I don't even know what the T-shirt launchers do apart from look ridiculous.
No, I don't know either. I've got a set which is still on plastic spears.
Super crack launcher. So one shot strength 10. A Vanguard launcher strength 7. So no, they're just Castellan launcher. Poor Imperial Guard. And that that's a Black Templar, isn't it? No, that one's a Castellan somewhere.
There's not really anything that kind of captures that role that Devastators play. Because I mean, I've seen a lot of people chucking them in drop pods and just going multi-melters ahoy. Yeah. And they just completely destroy stuff.
It's funny because the Desolation Squad's meant to be that replacement, but I find them the gimmicky unit. The Desolators is the gimmicky one.
Yeah, and I mean, you had those. There's that Primaris unit with the plasma.
Oh yeah, the Hellblasters.
I forget the name. Hellblasters, that's the one. And they kind of have some of the damage output, but they're still sort of only coming in at strength 7, rather than
the only one I can see on top of all those, that's the equivalent, is the Suppressor Squad. They've still got they've got a 12-inch move. They've got a strength 8 weapon with their cannons, and they suppress, which is -1 to hit. So they're only 75 points. So they're still quite in my opinion, an auto pick. You put them on the base, back line, they sit there and they're just hitting things with a 48-inch range.
You're right. If I wasn't running a Devastator squad and I needed a heavy, I would be taking the Suppressor squad. Yeah. Over anything else. But I have an issue with the Hellblasters just because I've been on the receiving end of them too many times.
Well, not mine, because mine always miss.
And the Hellblasters, I think the Hellblasters work in enough scenarios that people are prepared to have the compromise there.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, if you need drop multi-melters, kind of nothing else really does that.
No, there's not. The only things that have multi-melters that's not Devastators are vehicles, as far as I know. Oh, sorry, the Eradicators. You can have one multi-melter, which is hitting on a 4. So it's not good.
Yeah. So of the list, I think Devastators they could zombie on for a bit longer. But then again, you never know. They could turn around and there could be a new release, and then all of a sudden
that's
nobody's touching it.
Yeah, the third category is legacy sculpts, and they are old sculpts.
Well, within that, they haven't really even tried to fix the sculpts. They haven't even.
Yeah.
If you buy the Devastator squads at the moment, they're still firstborn. They're still the teeny tiny ones.
Yeah. So
I know you can get the Primaris and you can build them to make them, but still, if you buy the box, they're the teeny tinies.
Yeah, for them to survive, they would need new models.
Yeah. And will they do it? Don't know.
I can't see that they will. I think it's going to be a big impact.
Yeah, they've been content to zombie them along for a while now, so I wouldn't put it past them to just go, bam, here's a new release, and forget about your old Devastators.
Yeah, so I've just said it'll be a big impact if they're not here. Are people running them?
I've seen people running them from time
Fist.
to time, but not as much as they used to. Yeah. Like I know the Hellblasters and some of those other units have started to fill the gap.
Well, how much does the Devastators? 100-something points, right?
120, I thought.
120 points. And how much is a Gladiator? Because that's what I feel like people are doing instead. Instead of putting a troop down, the Lancer, for example, is 160. It's got more wounds. It's a lot tougher. The guns
has a lot more guns.
Yeah. So I feel that they're probably leaning towards more taking that Lancer, especially, is very flavoursome at the moment, rather than a Devastator squad. The movement alone kills Devastators. So I think, are we nostalgic that we don't want to see him go? More than practicality, they should not go. I feel we're nostalgic because I don't think they're being played.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I have seen people doing the multi-melters and that.
Yeah.
But, as far as like whether that's a widespread thing or not, or whether people just went, "Hey, this would be cool," I couldn't say. But yeah, as I said, once you've got all of these extra guys in the Primaris guys, the case for Devastators does fall off.
So I mentioned the playing part of it mainly because the next one. So I'm just reading chat. Joker really doesn't see any firstborn surviving in any form with the size creep, and you can see the naming where Primaris has been dropped from new naming on box. Yeah, Primaris as a keyword is no longer existent. Yeah, it's now the armor types. Yeah. So the next one on your list is key when we start talking about are people playing them.
Yeah. So, and next on the list is Scouts. And
okay.
I know they get a lot of play.
Yeah, so let's start with our category that with the criteria, redundancy. Do they have another unit that replaces their role? Now, this is what we did talk about off air, folks. So we need to remember what we said. It was very intriguing and captivating. So bear with us.
So I mean, you had the what were they?
The infiltrators,
they tried with
Inquisitors,
they tried with the Reavers and
Eliminators?
failed.
Yeah, so
then you had Eliminators, I think it was.
Yeah, the Reavers.
So the Eliminators were the snipers, and they sort of. It seems like they've had a few bites of the cherry.
Yeah.
And haven't like the other question is how they compare points wise as well. So like
someone looks that
because Scouts are pretty cheap.
Oh, they're ridiculously cheap, and they're still being played. So we'll start with the redundancy though, right? It's like they split them into 3 data cards: the infiltrators, the eliminators, and the incursors. One's got scout, one's got infiltrate, one's got the sniper rifles. but not one of them does all the same things as a Scout does. Now, Scouts are hugely popular still in tournaments because of their uppy-downy role that they have.
Five model squad, 70 points, and for the full 10, 140. And like when you start looking at like eliminators is 3 models for 85 points. I mean, once you chuck camo cloaks on Scouts, which you can do now for free, like, yeah, I can start to see why it's kind of like, well, we'll just stick with Scouts. The thing is, though, that, I mean, they could quite easily just go, no more Scouts, and just wear the backlash. I mean, it's not the most egregious thing GW has done to us.
So you've just moved your mic to a bit quieter, so I'm going to talk while you fix your mic up. Joker has mentioned something that does absolutely hit the nail on the head for one of the criteria we talked about, the legacy sculpts. They've got new sculpts.
Did they?
Yeah.
There's new Scouts?
Yeah, Kill Team. It was the Kill Team, right?
I've got old metal ones. I mean, that's how old my
I've got the firstborn ones.
Are.
Yeah.
Yep. So they did actually bring out new Scout kit.
Is that like a Kill Team or a regular one?
No, it's Kill Team. Everything new comes out in a Kill Team, man. Come on, they can charge more that way.
Let's have a look here.
Scouts, you can have a sniper rifle. You can have heavy bolters,
Yeah,
for every 5 models in the unit, a Scout bolt gun can be replaced with a Scout rifle.
I could see Scouts living on, because I mean, because from a lore perspective, the Scouts were always sort of the Marines that hadn't quite graduated yet, the black carapace and everything yet. So, and I mean, you're still going to have that even if they're Primaris. So, it kind of makes a bit of sense. The thing that gets me, though, is that if they were going to do that, I'm surprised they didn't just do that first and not bother with the eliminators and the other stuff.
Well, here's my question to that, though. Is it because their alternatives didn't take? Right.
See,
I mean,
Scout's special rule is the why people run them. The uppy-downy part.
Yeah, the 6 inches, they go back in the strategic reserves. But saying that, right, Scouts got a new sculpt and all that. But also, when you look at the Black Templars, they've got neophytes within the squad, which are
essentially
a Scout sculpt.
Yeah.
But they don't have the ability, but they've spent the time to fix the sculpt, so they go in with the Black Templars. Yeah. They go in with other things, so I don't think they're going to get rid of them because the sculpt goes across a couple of other armies.
Yeah.
If it was only a single one, gone.
Yeah. I think they stay. I think out of the 4 firstborn infantry troops, they stay.
Well, they're not battle line. They're not battle line.
No.
And I think they'll just get absorbed in as Primaris. I mean, if they've done a new kit and the kit is scaled correctly and it looks like it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just be called Primaris Scouts or something like that.
So they'll just be called Scouts.
Yeah, they'll just be still Scouts because Primaris is no longer a word. That was killed off in this edition.
Yeah, and see, I mean, I guess you can turn around and go, well, yeah, the Eliminators and the Reavers and all of those are fully fledged Space Marines versus the Scouts. So they probably maybe make them more durable, but
I do want to touch on just what you mentioned there, the Reavers. The Reavers are one of the coolest looking models. Nobody buys them.
Yeah, and they were
Nobody plays them.
They're
pointless on the table. Do they get culled?
I mean,
I would like to say yes, but
part of me sort of says yes, but part of me also goes, well, they're Space Marines and they are cool models. I don't know. I mean, if they're not selling any, I guess they'd maybe just go out of stock.
They'd have to buff their data slate, I would say. They'd have to make them playable because they're so cool looking. You know what? I might get a box of them and turn them into scouts.
I mean, they there's nothing stopping them from redoing the rules, but
yeah. Well, that's it. We haven't really talked about how do they save some of these units, but we're not going to go down that part. We're going to talk about. So, out of the 4 that you mentioned, Tactical Squad, gone.
yeah, they're done.
Adam.
Yeah, I feel that their days are numbered.
Gone for me. Assault Squad, they've already been. The data sheet's gone. They're now the Vanguard. Yeah.
Yep.
Devastators.
Devastators, I'm on the fence on, but I'm leaning towards they're gone.
Yeah.
I feel that they've still got their place, and they could just do surprise us and give us, because it's not that hard to put a brand new sprue together for a Devastator. So I feel that we'll probably see him again.
I think they're gone. I don't want them to be, but I think they're gone.
Yeah, because I mean, they've already released a couple of kits that kind of replace some of what they do, and as I said, it'd be super easy, barely an inconvenience to drop another new kit that just
short
fills
answers.
that gap.
Just doing the short answers because we're wrapping up that section.
Yep. Scouts done. No, keeping.
Adam?
Stays. We'll see him.
I think Scouts will stays as well. All right. Characters. Let's have a look at some characters, shall we? Now, we've joked about that you can make a full army of just captains. You can't actually get a full army of captains under 2,000 points. It actually goes over it because you can have 3 of each, and they've got so many data slates. Will we see a cull of captains and lieutenants? And all lieutenants. They've been pushing out this power level, so every new data slate, so they don't have the equipment problem. But it's, of course, their own extra problem of bloating the codex. Has captains. Discuss.
I mean, I could see them just condensing them down a little bit. Like, I think, I mean, there's been 50 million lieutenants. Yeah,
There's actually 5 captains, unnamed captains. So that is 15 models
unless
on the
they
table
go
you can
back.
have.
Like, I mean, unless they go back to the old school type data sheet where it's like, captain may take one of this, and this, and just list the weapon profiles rather than having 17 different data sheets.
Yeah, so
it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't make it hard for them to put in the rules that you can only have 1 captain.
Yes.
And maybe 3 lieutenants.
Preaching to the choir.
Because that's what you'd have. That would I'm sorry, but in real life, you wouldn't have too many chiefs.
The fact that you can have. Go on, sorry, I interrupted as I rudely do.
Yeah, you'd have 1 captain with a Terminator, or a 1 captain in focus, or 1 captain. Only 1 captain per army, or even in 2,000 points, 1 captain, or 2 captains in 2,000, or a 3,000 point, you'd have 3.
I wholeheartedly agree. The fact that I can run 15 captains in one force, and that's not adding the named captains. So if I was running Salamanders, I could also have Vulcan and Agatone. So that's 17 captains I could have on the field. That's stupid.
Captain.
I don't mind the named captains because they're named epic heroes. But you should be able to restrict a captain.
Captains should be epic heroes, or not have the rule of 3. Was what you said. Yeah, if you're going to have a captain and Terminator, you can have 1, not 3.
I thought they had to be like a HQ choice or something.
No, that's gone, man. None of that shit anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it should be restricted to the amount of points. If you have 1,000 point army, you can only have 1 captain.
There you go.
2,000 points, 2 captains.
Yeah. So Joe just throwing some lore out here. A chapter should only have 10 captains.
Indeed, a chapter should only have 10 captains.
but I can
Captains.
field
But
17
only-
for salamanders.
Only if they're codex compliant, which some
Salamanders
of them
are.
aren't.
Well, look at the Ultramarines. They've got some named characters as well, so can't get much more compliant to them. So I feel that I don't think there'll be a cull. I feel they need to change how characters are run.
I think what you might see is they might condense that down to where a captain is a captain, and like, you know, even if they keep the rule of 3, you'll only have a maximum of 3 captains of any loadout. You know,
that would be nice. I don't think they'll cull the models or the range, but hopefully they try it, because you can have 4 chaplains as well. So it's not just limited to captains. It's 4. You can have 12 chaplains on a field. 17 captains, 12 chaplains. It'd be great to watch. If you want to watch that battle, let us know in the chat. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Have you got that many captains, have you?
Oh, well, yeah, unfortunately.
I've got a couple. Yeah. He's got a couple. You pull the assassination card.
Yeah. I think
I
between
only
us
ever
we could
bought
pull
one
together the, what do we need? 12, 17, so 29 characters. Get as many librarians as we can get in as well. Oh, lieutenants. Oh, shit. It could get ugly, folks. It could be a 5,000 point to fit them all in.
But the problem within that is, while that unit is commanding a squad, it's not commanding a squad, so none of the buffs that he gives
the special
or
rules.
they give would do nothing. So, that's a 1. Oh, sorry, that's not a CP. That's a 0 CP. No, that's a 1 because he's not commanding a squad.
Yeah. So, going the list. So, all right. So, we moved away from our criteria. The criteria was, do they have a redundancy? Well, no, they're all redundant. There's too many of them. Gimmicky units. Can we just say yes and move on?
Yeah.
Legacy sculpts. Is there a normal captain sculpt? Probably. There has to be. Oh, yeah. It's always with the power
There used to be.
A data sheet that exists to prop up the flavour. So there's definitely data sheets to prop up the flavour. And when you're talking about the captain in Phobos Armor, is the first one that pops into my head. I don't know. That just feels weird. I don't know why. I think there is definitely Raven Guard that would make sense because, you know, Phobos is their thing. But yeah, maybe that's a me thing. One of the units we did forget to talk about in infantry, and it's close to my heart because I want to get these because they look so cool. Centurions.
Centurions. I do love them.
I
hated them so much.
So
when they first came out, I hated them so much. And then someone bought me like a kit for Christmas or something like that, out of the blue, and then I put them together, and I was like, these things are sweet.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, I did that back in 7th, so mine are all Grav, which is useless now. But it's such a cool model.
Centurions come in 2 flavors, of course: the Assault and the Devastator. Devastator. They are a unit of 3 at 175, or 354 if you want a big chunky 6 of them. All right.
Welcome to why I never got to play them more than once.
They have some impressive guns. Grav cannon, underrated gun, and they've got las cannons and stuff. So, 2 things. We talk about redundancy. Are they redundancy for Devastators?
Not for the price.
Not for the
in
price.
point price. I don't feel.
Yeah, and their mobility isn't the greatest.
You're not moving your Devastators.
And you wouldn't be moving the Centurions.
They go 4 inches. What more do you want?
They're the back line. They get me off the point.
Date. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they are firstborn. Technically, they are firstborn. But I am seeing them being run in tournaments. And there is a certain person out there who runs as many Centurions as possible in their detachment for their tournaments that they play. So what's that? You can have 6 in a squad. 18. You can have 18. No, I can't add. 6 times 3, 18. Times
18.
2, 36. You could technically have 36 of them. 18 of the
Yeah.
Devastators, 18 of the Assaults.
Assuming you had unlimited points, because it'd be like
It's pretty
thousands
chunky.
of points.
Yeah.
Like, because that was the main reason that was keeping them off the board.
Yep.
Because a squad of 3 of these guys was almost a Gilliman
175.
on the table, and you're just like, you know,
Compared to a Devastator
they
squad.
were compared to most things.
120.
I just found them super overcosted.
Yeah, they're higher cost than a Gladiator. So I just threw that out because I was scrolling through the data cards. And I went, oh, forgot about them because they are. You're right. I hated them when they first came out. I thought they were the most ridiculous things ever. Now I want them. I so want them, but I haven't bought them because I feel they will be cult. Old
Well, you
model.
better buy them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they are a cool item to have.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of happy to have them no matter
So,
what. But
redundancy.
I
We'll
just
start
could
there.
never
Sorry.
fit them into a side unless it
Yeah.
was like, you know, like when we did our gigantic thing at Jolt where we had, 6 of us?
Yeah.
And it was just unlimited points, basically.
We've got 1 vote so far for the only character battle. So
Yeah.
redundancy. I think
Bust
the
out all night.
Gladiators, especially the Lancer, makes them
Yeah,
redundant.
the tanks
the
are
same
covering
way.
them.
People are leaning towards mobility because you're trying to get those victory points.
Well, and when you look at at these, it's got pretty much every weapon that they can
Big
carry,
chonky.
just about.
Is it a
And
gimmick unit?
They all reach further.
It is.
Uh,
Come on, it is.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, I think
Terminators on
somebody thought, wouldn't
steroids.
it be
Come
cool
on.
to have? Wouldn't it be cool to have Marines in exosuits from
Look,
Aliens,
it's
basically?
a Terminator late at night, home alone with a tank, feeling very lonely. And now we have Centurions. That's what's happened there.
The only thing that Centurions don't have is the 4-op invuln, which would just make them
Oh,
an auto pick.
I'd love him. All right, so I guess back to characters. I went on a tangent. Sorry about that. Somebody listed command squads. There's no such thing as command squads anymore, so we'll move on from that. Niche named characters.
Oh, look this. Yeah.
It's going to be your characters that haven't been Primarisified.
Well, Crimson Fist guy. What's his name? Santo? No,
He's-
not Santo. What's his name?
Santa.
Santa?
Because I mean, we've already seen some of them come through. I think Sergeant Tellion's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
And
God, I can't believe I
I
can't
don't know
remember
if
the Crimson Fist
Sergeant
guy.
Cronus is kicking around anymore.
Cronus is gone.
So you know,
Yeah, Sicarius.
Sicarius
Titus.
got a new one.
Sicarius twice.
Agurius.
He's still there.
Well, Santa got a brand.
He got a new
Santa
model.
got a new sculpt, and
Volker got a new
so
model.
does Tulgarden has got a new sculpt.
Yeah.
What about Pedro?
Yeah. So
Cantor.
we could
That's one I'm
see
thinking of. Cantor.
some
That's the
characters
Crimson
go.
Fist.
Good old. I don't know. Well,
Oh, I'll put one out there
I mean,
for you.
he's still in the 10th codex that I've got.
Yeah, but will he still be there? His model's not new.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty sweet.
Kantos. Yeah, thanks, Jacob.
But
Call
Pedro.
Sorrow Khan. You know, the Khan on foot for a bike army.
Yeah, no. If a bike army, you bike.
He should be on a bike.
It's
yeah.
like it's Logan all over again, yeah, because they didn't like him in his sled with the dogs.
Cantor.
Now he's standing on a rock.
Yeah.
So they just changed his sculpt.
Pedro is an old model.
Yeah, they
isn't
got
it?
rid
Yeah,
of.
pretty sure it is.
Hmm.
Gilliman, he's gone, right? Yeah.
He's back.
Well, I
making
mean,
love with
technically, he
his.
shouldn't be fighting on the front line, being regent of the entire empire. Like, he's
Look,
only got guys who have guys who have guys who have
Yeah.
guys who have guys for that.
isn't he too busy smooching with these like elves?
Yeah, of course. So the only one, looking through the data sheets, I think the only one really at risk is Cantor. Maybe.
Yeah.
No, they did a cull of the Ultramarines recently, so that's why you don't have Derek. Fuck.
They just promoted him.
Derek.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. The guy who sits in a tank.
Cronus.
Yeah, he's gone. He's already gone.
Yeah. Yeah, Cronus is gone. Sergeant Tellion's gone. Which sucked, because he was a great gout buff kind of character. So-
But here's the
They
kicker.
also
They're now...
did have-
Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. No, I've gone out different
Cool.
tangent. No, I'll stop myself.
Okay, well, maybe you should continue about vehicles then.
Yes. So we mentioned before about the rhinos.
Yeah.
With the impulses coming in and taking over those things and everything. But the rhino is still a key vehicle for chaos because they do not have the impulsor. You know, they're still running on old technology. They don't have the new technologies. Apparently, they don't know how to levitate with grav armor and stuff like that. So, Rhino is one of those things. There is no other sculpt for that unit other than the Space Marine ones.
Yeah.
Are they just going to go, whoa, someone's just magically been able to replicate this, and now the Chaos have impulses?
Well,
You know?
yeah. So
they're
you touched
probably
on a
just
couple
come
of
up with
things.
some-
Yeah, you touched on the criteria. So the redundancy. You're right.
Yeah.
There's impulses.
Only for Space Marines, but not for Chaos.
Yeah, so we're focused on the Space Marine, but you raise a really good point about the Chaos. You know, they're not Primaris, but they're not Firstborn. They're in between. So what do they do with their vehicles as well? Because, yeah, they come out with Plague Burst Crawlers, but they can't update the Rhino.
Exactly.
Well, they may just come out with a Chaos one.
Yeah, they can make
Well,
las cannons rapid
later-
fire, but they can't.
Sooner or later, they're going to run out of rhinos sitting out that the Primaris left behind.
Yeah, and there's a limit to the Rhino as well because it can't take most of the armor types. It can only take Firstborn. What's classed as Firstborn?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. They've restricted, so I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it lasting within.
So redundancy.
Space Marines.
Impulses have replaced it, and there was also the other tanks. You know, Land Raider's still there. We'll talk about that one though. The other tanks also can carry things. A repulsor can carry item, which I actually think is much better.
Yep.
So yeah, rhinos. But here's the problem: rhino's so iconic. It's out the front of GW. The rhino.
And it's blue. And it's
it's a good
also
reason to
like
get rid of
80 points.
Yeah, so
But it's 80 points. It's a cheap throw-in.
So when does
Well,
iconic
again, I mean,
miniatures
all those
become
Rhino
redundant?
chassis.
So the
There's
Razorbacks
all those Rhino
also
chassis things. Because you've got Razorback, you've got the anti-air one, you've got
Whirlwind.
the Whirlwind, you've got
Even the
you know,
Vindicator's
all
a
of those.
Rhino thing.
Yes. Is a Rhino track led.
Hey,
But it
Greg,
wouldn't
it's-
be hard for them to fix the sculpts of all those
Now, if
ones
you
and
get
just
rid
go
of
impulsor
those-
with a whirlwind.
Does that get rid of the flyers as well?
It's a great question. I want to focus on the Rhino because it's more iconic. Because the flyers and there's another.
Well, not
category
only
in there
that,
as
and
well.
it just like if you get rid of the Rhino chassis,
Yeah.
it like wipes out something like what, dozen different units. If
So
you
here's the-
include the chaos stuff. And,
Yeah, well,
and
that's
everything.
the very good point. Because if they decide we're no longer making Space Marine Rhinos, but we still have to continue to make the Space Marine, we still have to make the Rhino model. because the Chaos unit still use them. So for it to be dropped, why would they drop it? I guess so if they drop it because we don't need to make it anymore, that doesn't work because they still need to make it for the Chaos. We not only need to make as many because we've got impulses.
I think what you, I think what you'll see is you'll see some of the variants go away, and then
Or they
will issue a new transport or something like that, and you know, like because once you get rid of the baggage of Chaos on it, then I think it'll be a harder and harder thing to justify.
So just read the comments that come in through at the moment. Grimgoods is saying everyone complained about the rhinos not being able to fit anyone in it. No one assumed the Marines hold on to underneath it. Yes. Let's not talk about the drop pod.
The back.
Yeah, the drop pod is also everyone hanging on the outside. And Joker saying Heresy is getting a new Whirlwind. This is why I see a Cull, because the Whirlwind is also a Rhino chassis.
Yeah, and as I said, I mean, it would be perfectly reasonable for them to just update the Rhino chassis for Chaos, and then just drop it and switch to
so there you go.
You know, whatever the Primaris ones are going.
So they'll probably update it the Whirlwind for Heresy, but then use that chassis that could be used for Chaos Rhinos. Just at the top part, and then they can just drop the Space Marine Rhino. The Razorback's dead. And that's gone.
And so is the Rhino in Space Marine. The Impulsor, it's about the same points, and you have firing decks.
Yeah. It's Razorback, Rhino.
So that's
so I'll touch
Predator variants. Oops, sorry.
So I just want to touch on the Whirlwind because it's an indirect fire, and you know how much GW loves indirect fire. Let's nerf the fuck out of it as much as we can.
See, I've seen some lists within Space Wolves where Whirlwind and the Iron Priest is standing next to the Whirlwind and going huzzah, and giving it a buff or giving it blessing of its abilities, which takes away indirect or gives extra hit or something like that. That's what I mean. I can see the Whirlwind and that's what I've seen it in some of the lists.
I don't think they get played.
It actually did make it to my list.
Yeah. So if we go back to our criteria of redundancy, does it have an alternative? Not really.
No.
Well, the Rhino.
No, the Whirlwind.
The Whirlwind.
Is it a gimmicky unit? Yeah. I don't think it does enough damage. It's not a gimmicky. It doesn't do enough damage. That's a data card thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's been relevant for a while.
Yeah. And is it an old sculpt? Well, shit, yeah. But it's interesting to see that Heresy's getting a new Whirlwind. So I know they're also trying to separate so you can't use one unit in the other game. They're very anti that. Hence, no Chaos Demons anymore. Okay. So you were mentioning Predator variants. That's the
Predator
same,
variants,
right?
yes.
Chaos uses
Well, yeah,
them.
because it's literally... Well, and
Chaos uses it, but also so does Space Wolves use them. I know Space Wolves have Predators in their main core books and stuff like that.
Predator is just a Rhino with an upgrade sprue kit.
Yeah,
like it's
just a turret. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they're going to get rid of one, they're going to get rid of the Predators. But the same point of the Chaos factions use them and use them
does
well.
Does anyone use Predators anymore?
Yeah. T-Suns, World Eaters, and Emperor's Children use them, and I think even the normal Black Legion guys do them. Not so much Death Guard because they've got the Plague Burst.
As World Eaters
or the Fetic Blight Haulers.
As I said, they might zombie on for a little while, but I could see them I could see it being eroded by other model kit releases.
I think
because they want to do more flavor for Chaos Marines and everything like that anyway. So
so we talked about. I think we talked about having an episode about how do we make more Chaos more flavoursome, but getting rid of Predators is probably a way. I think it falls into the same category as Rhinos because anything Rhino based, anything Will based is gone. It's going to get shot.
Yeah.
which is interesting because the Land Raider, which is not on our list there, but the Land Raider is also wheeled base. Iconic.
It is very iconic.
And it is being used. The Redeemer is a must play. Yeah, auto include for any salamander who's worth their salt.
And it's the Land Raider in Black
Crusader.
Templars is a must. It has to go in there.
I'm pretty sure that they've rejigged the rules so that Primaris can go in them.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely. 14 of them.
So like in terms of rules and stuff, it is a supported unit. So like I don't think the Land Raider's going anywhere anytime soon.
Nah. Redundancy? No, there's nothing out there that replaces it. Old model? Well, fuck yeah, it is.
To be honest though, like it's a chonky boy, so like doesn't need a new because if you were to update it to Primaris scale, it'd be as big as Baneblade.
I would like to see them make it a floaty Land Raider to go along with the repulsors.
I think Bulldust has. Bulldust has done that.
I've got a printed one over there waiting to be put together. Yeah. Because I don't think any tracked vehicles will do well. We're just reading the chat at the moment. Razorback has got the boots. Grim gets the Razorback is, in my own opinion, are identical in terms of manufactured production for the Whirlwind and Predators. Yet, bottom line is everything is getting updated and scaled, creeped up, and even if it takes 20 years. So, I think Razorback, anything to do with the Rhino's dead, unless it stays in Heresy. Joker, see the Land Raider is different for 40k, so maybe an update in the future. Yeah, I can see an update for the future. It's too iconic and too many tournament players run them for them to go cut.
Yeah, you put it on a point and you go, get me off it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do wonder if they'll rationalise it down a little bit because, I mean, there are as many variants of the Land Raider as there are, like, lieutenants.
Yes, you could technically have 9 Land Raiders on the field. Yes.
Yeah, like
you run out of points.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I mean, like
9 Land Raiders versus 22 characters. Who wins?
Yeah.
The invulnerability.
Yeah. What else we got? The Vindicator.
The next one is
I just want to check the stats on the Land Speeder. I want to make sure, is it actually available? The old humble Land Speeder. Because I don't think it is available anymore. No, it's not. The old humble Land Speeder is not available.
No.
The Storm Speeders now.
To be honest, I hated that kit. I put together one of those things, and it just like I hacked on that thing for hours with a craft knife, and it still looks like the bonnet's popped on the stupid model. Like I just got to the point where I was like,
well, it's dead. There is no
panel gap of a mil. Should be right, you know. Like it sucked. So I'm glad it's gone.
It's gone. Vindicator. Essentially a Rhino
chassis.
It's the
same. Yes, it's the same.
But is being played in tournaments.
Really?
Yep. Because you can still fire your blast cannon in hand-to-hand combat. People still run them. You should know that. You've played, Chris.
Yes.
I think I've only ever seen these on a table once.
It's a demolisher cannon, so it's strength 14 blast weapon. They can
with
still
a
be
dozer
fired
blade on a Rhino.
Yeah, it can still be fire when in combat. It's stupid.
This is all Rhino chassis.
Correct, but it's still being played in competition.
I mean, I can see people whinging and moaning if they're still getting play time, but
yeah. All right, so we'll go through our category.
Do they really get that much?
Is there another item that could replace it? Well, shit, yeah.
No.
I think so. You could have an impulsor. No, it's a repulsor. The eradicator exterminator repulsor.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a lot more expensive though, isn't it? 185. No, it's bloody expensive. 185 for one of those things. Executioner is 220. So yeah, But you could have an normal repulsor that also transports.
Yeah. Gimmick units. Is it a gimmick unit?
Yes. I fucking think it is. I got a shield! But...
Well, they did actually get rid of the bikes too.
Yeah, they're now
And-
just Outriders.
Yeah.
Is it a legacy skull?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a Rhino.
And data sheets that prop up the flavor.
I
Yes.
think out of all the vehicles we've talked about, this will be the one that will be culled, will upset most people.
Yeah.
As I said, I think some of these, I don't think it's just going to be like, oh yeah, by the way, we didn't include rules for it and get stuffed.
Yeah,
It may be that some of it gets legendized or...
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it. I just want to reiterate. When we say cull, we mean legendized. Which means you can still play them in casual games, but you won't be able to play them in tournaments. If that bothers you...
I mean, you might see some of it just poof, gone.
Yep.
But I would wager that a bulk of it will be legendized.
Unless it's not being played at all, I would see them being legendized more than just gone. Mind you, they upset me with what they did with the Imperial Guard. It just disappeared all the characters.
Well, they ran out of t-shirts.
Singlets, mate, singlets. Alright, so that's a good run about. We're just looking at the main faction of the Space Marines. Is there anything else you want to bring up? Chat as well. Do you think there's anything else in the Space Marines that we should be looking at that should probably be culled or will be culled? Or please don't cull me. I would like the
Stern Guard.
Stern Guard. And
I
our
think they may
firstborn.
They kind of lost their specialness when they lost the special ammo coming over into 8th, and then they've kind of been too expensive.
Stern Guard were competitive for quite some time though. They're still firstborn. No, I believe there is this modern model.
Do they have
a modern
new
kit?
kit for Stern Guard?
Stern Guard have a new kit. Yeah, I thought they got one.
Or
Yeah,
did they
so
get
they got-
Primarist?
They got Primaris. They got a new kit, so they won't be going anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
What about the old box Dreadnought? Iconic.
Gone.
Aren't they already gone?
Nope.
No.
Because I know the Venerable one's gone.
Yep, he's just called a normal Dreadnought now.
Hmm.
Dreadnoughts are a classic, iconic model. But they are as
Yeah, I
old as...
just
how the redundancy. Are there replacements for a Dreadnought?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Redemptor's just...
correct.
Actually, what's the points difference between the two, actually? So, like a regular Dreadnought, 155. What are the Redemptors?
135 for a Dreadnought.
220. So,
For the
yeah,
most
so...
expensive Dreadnought. But if you look at the Ballistus, for example, the Ballistus is 150. So 15 more points, you get a better Dreadnought.
Well, yeah, and all of these new Dreadnoughts are better than the old Dreadnoughts. So
he's gone. Unfortunately, old
Yeah,
box Ed's gone.
Yeah, I think what'll happen is he'll be out of stock and then get legendized and just fall off.
He's done. He's cooked. Anything else in the range that we want to talk about range-wise for the Marines before we move on?
No.
Dropbot's got a new model, so that's still coming around. Fire Strike servo turrets. No one plays them. I have one. Anyway, we'll focus on those ones.
And the
That-
Stormfire Cannon's already gone.
Yeah. To see if chat's got any ones they want to talk about, but no, it doesn't look like it. Looking through, I think we covered the main ones. It's basically anything firstborn or got a kit that is so old. The Scouts has a new model, so they'll be around for a while. Vanguard veterans. Yeah,
Still run them.
you still run them. I've got an assault squad with jetpacks. I think I should try them as that as well. Whirlwind's gone. Cool. All right. We're going to have a small break, small one, and then we'll come back and we'll start discussing some of the other factions. I know it's only a 30-second break, and I'm going to try and get a drink in that time, so this should be good. If you see black screen for a while, I didn't make it. All right, 1 moment. We're going to ready. Wait for it. Wait for it.
In the grim darkness of the far future, your wardrobe is probably pretty boring. Fear not. Red Belly has unleashed a range of grimdark merch, perfect for hobby nights, battle reports, and every roll of the dice. Show your colours, wear your war stories, and help support the word of Wobbly player syndrome. Join the cause, wear the legend, scan the QR code, or check the links in the description. Forge your style.
Never in doubt. Made it back with time to spare. Alright. Other faction at risk. Now I've got here Astra Militarum. Because I've already been pretty hit hard with Catachans.
I think they are at risk as well with the flavours of your Catachans. One of those ones is the Wyvern. Do we think the Wyvern will survive?
No.
I have a Wyvern in my Astra Militarum. But yeah, I don't think is the indirect fire and the overlap. Yeah, but does it have a model to replace it? Is there redundant models?
No. They got the artillery, heavy artillery units.
Yeah, they've got the artillery units.
You could choose to have
now.
them as indirect if you wanted to go that way.
Yeah. Gimmick unit.
It's gone. Wyvern's gone.
Yep. What about your Death Strike? Units?
All right, so let's go through the carry. It doesn't have a redundancy. There's nothing like it. What was the next one? Gimmicky.
Gimmicky.
Yes, there's the trophy, the title shot for Gimmicky is the Death Strike.
And
now, when I look at that, I see a Chimera chassis. Now, do they just get rid of the kit for the Death Strike, or do they potentially get rid of the Chimera?
No, the Death Strike in particular is a ranged weapon that is a one-shot weapon. Its main weapon is a one-shot weapon. Yeah. So it is the gimmicky of more as gimmicky as you can get. That you have to go, I'm going to land it here, and then if someone's stupid enough to stand there when it goes off. Yeah. Oh, Joker, don't hurt me like that. Joker's putting up the Lehman Russ as going.
And
well, I mean, didn't they have that other tank that came
Dawn?
out with 11 billion guns?
The Rogel Dawn, yeah.
So
let's okay. So we'll start with the Wyvern and Death Strike. Yes, it's an old Chimera chassis. There's no alternative to the Chimera though at the moment. If we're going by our criteria, what's the redundancy? There's no other transport.
No.
So they can't get rid of that chassis unless they bring out a new APC.
Which does make me wonder if either we're going to get some more guard units, or they zombie along like they have for...
Or they're going to implement the rhinos with a booster seat.
Joker just pointed out the Basilisk. Basilisk is also an indirect weapon, so that takes out the Wyvern as well. I'm trying to work out what Lehman Russ's... The point difference between Lehman Russ and a Rogel Dawn is quite huge. I think that would be a huge call to burn the Lehman Russ, because so many guard players still would have a large range of Lehman Russes, me included. So maybe I'm being selfish. We jumped around a bit there, but I apologise. I can't see the Lehman Russ going. Thoughts? Am I being wishful?
It is a very iconic design. Yes, it's old as.
Yeah, that's it. Redundancy. There's the Royal Dawn. It's expensive. Age of the model. Yeah, it's a fucking old model. Is it gimmicky? No, it's not. Maybe some of them. There's variants that, don't have as much play as others.
There's plasma cannon one.
You
Apparently that's getting a run.
As I said,
Surprised me.
I could see some of the them cutting down some of the variants, but I don't know about like getting rid of the whole thing. Like Guard just don't seem to be getting the releases needed to kind of keep them viable if you start culling some of these units.
Yeah, you're right about there's 7 different variants of the Lehman Russ.
Yeah.
So maybe they cull variants.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, who knows what? Like, you could go either way with the way these units are. They could either get like new models that replace like a whole bunch of variants, or they could,
I think they'd have to. They could go down the path what they do with the Knights is you build buy this box and you can build 3 of the variants. 3, see, good to see count. Buy this box, you can get the other 3 variants.
Yeah.
That would suck, but that wouldn't be the first time they did that. But I think Lehman Russ points difference too big between Royal Dawn, and I, personal opinion, hate the Royal Dawn. I really dislike that tank. I think it's too orky to be an Imperial Guard army. It's literally got every gun that the Imperial army owns strapped to it. It's so fucking stupid, and it doesn't even have a bottom. Anyway, that's my rant. You're welcome. Hellhounds, old chassis. Don't know how often they get played. Be interested to see what they do with that.
Well, hang on. Isn't the Hellhound? Isn't that a variant of the Chimera?
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Do they have a redundancy? No, there's no other unit like that.
No.
Are they old unit? Yes.
Most of the Imperial Guard or Astra Militarum doesn't have a redundancy. They're just the same unit.
Yeah. The Royal Dawn is the newest thing that they had, and the Krieg, of course. But the Krieg, they've added heavy ordnance, so that's your indirect, or it might replace something. So Catachan is on our list. Now, people who've listened to our podcast knows I'm a very passionate Catachan player. And they've screwed them over so badly in 10th edition that it wasn't because they're going to phase them out. That's when we talked about this last week. Since then, they've released a what could it be rumor model, which very much looks like a Catachan Power Fist. Let's have a look at redundancy. Yes, there are different types of infantry you could run as. Gimmicky. Catachans aren't gimmicky. They are the Imperium. Humble opinion, I know. Age of the Sculpt. I don't think it's an older sculpt that's still available.
Are they still available? Like if I pop on and I punch in Catachan Jungle Fighters.
Yep.
That's a reasonably priced kit, actually.
Yeah, because they're 400 years old.
Yeah, I love
the same kit as when I started my first 40k army of Catachans. So, yeah.
Like if you look at the close-ups on the photos,
oh my god, they're so
some
bad.
of those models have crazy eyes and stuff like that.
They're so bad.
It kind of looks like I painted them.
Yeah. So if they're not going to be culled, they have to be updated. They're not going to bring those models through and continue selling those shit models, right? Right?
Actually, you know what? This is actually worse than I would have painted them. But
yeah, they're terrible.
But they really are. I mean, I can't see them axing the Catachans because, as I said, like there is a vocal minority who love their Catachans, and they're all like, of all of the regiments, they are the least kind of problematic, if you
Attached
will,
to a,
as far
yeah.
as, you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have that overt kind of stereotype that some of the others did.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm kind of surprised that Krieg got redone. Like, I would have thought they would have just
Very
gone.
popular.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or hear me out here. I know it's going to upset Craig here. I can see they survive, but they'll go into Cadia as their scouts. Because they're jungle fighters. Inquisitors and scout.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're trying to. They're trying to make it a mixed regiment at the moment. So
So they're trying to make
what are they called?
Yeah, and
I can't remember what they're called. Jungle fighters.
I can see that being the infiltrators, scout units for them.
That's essentially what they're training them as at the moment. They've got the infiltrate, and they're only allowed flames.
Because they kind of soup the regiments.
They have. That's been an active thing they're trying to do. Anything else in there? I'd hope they're not cold. I have hope now that I'm seeing the rumor mill. Before the rumor mill, I thought they were on the axe. I thought they were done on the chopping blocks, I should say. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, we'll move on because we're not. Any other faction out there? Do you think will lose something? We talked about Chaos, and they've got the old Rhino-based models. For them to go, though, they would have to replace them with something because the Terminator's armies do not have a redundancy unit to replace it with.
As I said, I could see it being that you've just got gradual model kit releases that erode that redundancy and take up those things. Because, again, I mean, you look at Emperor's Children and all of those, and so they've got all these really awesome new models, and then they're rocking like a 30-year-old Rhino kit.
No, the Emperor's still didn't get the Predator.
They got a Land Raider and a Rhino. And that's it.
Yeah. No
Predator they didn't get them. Predator.
Which is weird. Wildly weird. Yeah.
They got no real heavy support.
Well, the Forge Fiend. That's the only thing I could think of. If the Defiler looks like it's getting a new model. So maybe that's their reasoning to get rid of Predators, but it still doesn't solve the transport issue.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one to look at. All right. I'm going to move into things that GW has totally and utterly made conscious effort to either ignore or drive out of the game. Flyers.
Yes.
Will we see flyers in 11th edition?
I mean, I can see them carrying over, but they might just be prepared to let them rot on the vine a bit.
Yeah, so let me talk about them a bit because I've got Mike's run sheet here. Currently, they have an issue with trying to get them on the table in an interactive way. To put them on the table, they have to start in reserve. They got weird movements. Got 90-degree turns only. They're expensive. They're not designed well for the battle top currently, especially their rules. And if they decide to go to hover, then they're pointless as a flyer. So they don't really fit the current 10th edition. That's why you don't see them. But there are units, there are factions that sort of likes them, but can't play them well. If you go by the fact that they don't balance 10th edition, they won't make 11th edition. Any disagreement on that one, Adam?
I would like to see flyers make it to the 11th, only for a certain thing, for strategic reserves. If you have a flyer, it could come in anywhere on the board at turn something if you have a fly plane. That would be the only way I can see flyers surviving with strategic reserves. Not deep strike, but strategic reserves. Instead of walking them on,
Well, that's what
you'll
they
be
do
able
now.
to fly, bring it on. Yeah, but instead of the fly around, it just appears, and this is it's dropping the plane and it flies off.
So what?
So
Where
like a drop
so it
pod with
comes onto
wings.
the board and does its
Yes.
airstrike and departs.
Yes.
Oh, I feel like
Yeah,
it's
I
more
mean,
of
I
a
could
stratagem
kinda see
type
that.
thing. 'Cause
Yeah, and that's the other thing that I was going with. You know, like
But
but
that's where I could see it surviving, but I don't see it surviving as much as every single army nearly has a flyer. Like Heldraks have right throughout the Chaos realms. You know, they're awesome. They've got good firepower, but they're not used because they're useless.
and they're all full of paint.
The keyword fly. Oh, they're painful to paint. Once you painted one, you'll never paint one again. But everything else, the fly, it's just not workable.
If you look at the gaming at the moment, no one runs a Valkyrie for the Imperial Guard. Too expensive. You will be
what about
hard
the
pressed.
age of them?
Yeah, Valkyrie's a very old model.
Like
Heldrake is a hugely old model.
Yes.
Like even the Marine ones
Storm
are
Talons.
pretty old.
Yep.
Like a
not
lot
being
of those
run.
are dating back to like 7th
Yeah.
or earlier.
Chakari, there's also the Razor Wings are also old. I don't see anyone updating these flyers. I know what it's like for Heresy, hint, hint, Joker. But I don't see these models getting updated anytime soon. Will they get culled? Okay, let's go through our strategy. We got our criteria. Do they have a redundant? Are they redundant? Do they have something else to replace them?
Well,
There's
no,
nothing
but
to replace them.
I think the reason for that is more that they kind of want them out of the game.
Yeah. What was the other one? Age of the models. We discussed that. When's the last time a flyer got updated? Doesn't happen.
Yeah, I can't remember the last flyer I
Are
saw.
they gimmicky? To the current rules, yes.
Yeah.
Not because they should be, but because they've been designed to be, is my opinion on that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, for a while there, they were like super OP. I mean, you remember when old mate put 6 Storm Ravens down on the table and just destroyed everything. So yeah,
Orcs used to run
really
bomber bombers.
Oh, remember they were huge. The bomber burners were just devastating tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So, do they make it, or do they make it in a new way, or they're just gone? Flyers are done.
I feel they'd make it in a new way.
Yeah, either they're up for a significant like rule balance change or something, or they're gonna let them just rot on the vine and go away.
Yeah. Chat, do you want to see flyers still in the game? Are they worth it in 40k? Smaller table, remember? It's 44 by 60. It's not the old 48.
And that really does tend to make them just kind of swoop in and go away kind of thing, rather than hang around on.
They can't interact with the markers. They can't interact with secondary missions. They can't come in
and they've got like minimum distance travel and all of that kind of stuff too.
It's hard to justify putting them on the table.
Yeah, and then there was all the like the anti-air type focused stuff and things like that.
Fortunately, anti-air weapons is anyone. It's now anti-fly. So anyone who flies, so bloat drones, demon princes with wings, they fly. They're not flyers, but they fly. So anything like that, speeders. So that anti-fly still works. But you don't have to go, I need an anti-flyer weapon to take down a plane.
Yeah, well, and when a lot of these flyers first came out, you got like a -1 to hit penalty, unless you were an anti-air unit.
So I don't see them coming back. So I'm just pushing through. It's because of just a lot of time.
Yeah.
Flyers, yes
Yeah.
or no? Quick answer.
No.
No.
Yeah, I agree. The other one that remember there was a period of 40k that was so pumped out they decided to push out that every faction needed a fortification.
Yes, this old chestnut.
I still
Now
haven't
it's just
finished.
turned into scenery.
Yeah, it truly is. The Hammerfall bunker that nobody uses because it's worse than a drop pod. Because you can't drop.
I think a lot of people objected to paying points for terrain.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That is
Well,
very fair.
The mech, workshop was
Yeah.
really good because you put it there right next to a battle wagon and it gives you a +1 to hit. And for
Yeah.
orcs, +1 to hit was really good. You
That's
get 5 to
expensive,
4.
big
though,
deal, yeah.
What's that?
Expensive though, right? For something to.
I don't think it was. I don't think. It was expensive for that, but but when you thought about the battle wagon, it was your heavy battle tank.
Yeah.
Hitting on 4s now is actually worthwhile, or something. It gave you something, but I don't see fortifications as a place. It's just as what you said. I'm paying money for scenery.
Yeah, well, they got it deployed in your deployment zone. So that bunker, Hammerfall bunker, in a deployment zone. Okay, thanks.
Are they even listed in the points values anymore?
Yeah, they're still there.
I don't
The
think they
miasmic
are.
magnifier for the Death Guard is 105 points, which gets a -1 to hit roll if you're standing next to it. If you're standing next to
I'm
it,
just looking.
it makes no sense. I think, I don't know. Did they handle it poorly, or it was just a bad idea?
I think it was just we've got some train. Let's give it some things and sell it. People will buy it.
I remember when they first started dropping these and stuff like that. They said, "Oh, cool! Imperial Fist will have a point because they like fortifications." No, it didn't work either. 175 points for the Hammerfall bunker. Holy shit!
What is it? What's the orc one called?
Mech shop.
The mech workshop.
Mech workshop. Because I'm looking at the data sheets and I can't find it.
Yeah, it's probably gone because the fortification's gone.
I think they're probably halfway out if they're not already
Imperial
gone.
Guard's still got the defense line, which actually does help. They give them cover, and they need that. But it's still
What about the
145
tower?
points
They had that
for
stupid
terrain.
one.
Oh yeah,
The
they're gone.
fortification barrier.
It's fortifications. Adds flavour to the table. Great for storytelling. Fuck all if you want to be competitive though. And which way GW lean? Storytelling or tournament?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, alright. So quick ones on this. Fortifications, yes or no?
No.
Nah.
Nah, they're gone. They're cold. 40k is very movement orientated. Seems like you need to be super mobile. That's from Joker. Yes, it is very mobile, and that's why I think the Centurions will be gone, because they're only 4-inch movement, as opposed to running a tank with similar points. All right, so that's who's gone. Who's safe? All right, no one's safe. Who do we? All the units out there. We only really briefly touched on the other faction. Xenos, we didn't really touch at all, but I think they've had a fairly good release of new miniatures. Eldari's definitely got new stuff. Votan is a new army, and they got new stuff. Tyranids will be safe. There's no iconic ones I can think of that would be getting into that. I can't think of anything with the Xenos that would be a clear example of, they're gone, apart from the flyers or fortifications. Fair to say?
Same as most of the Chaos Space Marines. They're practically safe.
Yeah. There's models that need updates, but I don't think like the witches for the Drakari need an update, but they're not going to be culled. They've already had a culling due to
Now,
their codex.
what about Grey Knights?
That is a very good question. They have not been
Because-
updated to Primaris. Their combat box is still
And-
old models with the update sprue.
And demons are kind of
Gone.
becoming less of a thing. So, do
They're a
we need
side
demon
thing, yeah.
hunters if there are no demons?
Yeah, that is a great question. Deathwatch should be included in the way because they tried to get rid of them, but due to the uproar, they came back. Remember?
Yeah, like as I said, if they culled Grey Knights, there would be freaking hellfire because like Grey Knights dudes are pretty passionate about Grey Knights.
Yeah.
But you know, you do have to sort of ask the question, like, there's no demons.
Why are you here?
Who would they fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did bring the snacks? Yeah.
So, then again, I mean, they did have that whole, like, unveiling what the Terminus Decree was. So, yeah, they could become a Chaos faction almost.
Sorry, Darkbane, I think has just seen my shoulder. He's making, when am I getting a face tattoo and dye my eyeballs bloody? Yes, I got something done on the weekend. It's true.
So,
That was distracting. Yeah.
yes. But, I think probably most things are safe.
Okay, so I think we can say any of the new models that come out are safe. Any that's come out in Kill Team recently should be safe.
Yes.
Oh, I know,
I mean,
Darkbane.
realistically,
Darkbane, yeah.
realistically, Space Marines are safe, regardless of what kits they get rid of. They could get rid of 95% of the kits,
They should.
and they would just go and reissue new ones.
Anything
Because
new,
you're
been done.
not
Clean
gonna get
model
rid of
kits, safe. Clear
Yeah.
battlefield roles. And this is where I think Reavers could be in trouble. Because they don't have a clear battlefield role.
Yeah,
For one of the
they
modern
fall into
kits,
the cool, like they fall into the cool models, but yeah. But then again, the meta can always change,
they'd
like,
have to change some rules to make them good.
we- we've had instances where really crappy units have suddenly become good, and
Well, I think,
You know.
yeah, you're right. And it's the older models that have a role or are being used are that safe because, they've updated the rules and stuff like that to make them useful. Land Raiders, Scouts, two that pop into my head. Remember, Land Raiders at one point were too expensive to put on the table. Nobody was running them. They changed it. Now everybody loves the Land Raider. Scouts. Every Space Marine army has a Scout unit in a tournament side of things. I do wish they get rid of the up and down. Anyway. What about you, Adam? Is everything safe?
Within the Chaos world, I'd say everything's safe because they've already gone through the culls. Within Space Marine, we've already discussed the ones that will be legendized and probably will be going or gone. But there's, as what you said, the clean model kits, modern kits, and there's a clear battlefield role. I feel if there's a clear battlefield role and there's use to them, they'll stay.
Yeah.
If there's not, look, there's a chance that you're going.
So that was a surprise why they did the Striping Scorpions. I thought there was a unit that didn't have a clear battlefield role, but they re-released them. But not the Ekarch. Kandros, something like that. He didn't get a new model. He's gone. He's legendized. Anyway, that's side rant. Alright, so I think this is our thoughts and comments about it, and we appreciate what you've been carrying to us. I was so close. But they are a kill team. Yeah, I was surprised they brought them out as a kill team. That was my point. Which has made me forget what my next point was. It's good. Comments from the super coach, please. All right, so I do want to hear from people who are watching this on YouTube. Please put in your comments what you think you'll see go. What do you think is safe? What we would like to see gone. I know I would like to see Flying Gravus gone. It is the most stupid fucking concept I can. Breathe.
Especially when they're in Death Watch and there's 20 of them.
Hey, the Storm Raven proves that with enough jet engines, you can make anything fly.
Fucking Gravis. Anyway. Right. It's fine. Alright. I don't think there's a big panic, though, what's going to happen with 11th edition. I think they will legendize, not completely cull. So you'll still be able to play things that you may have in your collection. In a friendly game, it will only be the tournament scene that will probably be impacted. That's fair to say, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I imagine that the meta will shift because the tournament players tend to follow the meta in a big way.
Yeah.
They're not the type to sit there and whinge and carry on.
Yeah.
What'll happen is the meta will shift. They'll sell their army. They'll go buy a new one.
Yeah.
With whatever
for the
current
hardcore
thing
players,
is.
not like us. Oh shit! It lost. You know what? I'll
Yeah.
take the same army next week. Oh fuck! I lost. You know what? I'll take the same army next week. One day I'll get a win.
Yeah, but you'll whinge that you won't be able to put X unit that got legendized onto your table anymore.
Yeah.
Or,
No more Harker.
no more Rough Riders or whatever.
The Rough Riders are back. They brought them back. I love it.
Mm.
And they get used more than the Krieg version. It's fantastic. Anyway. So I guess, Cull doesn't mean death. It just means change. We are excited about the 11th edition. We've talked about what we expect. So don't panic, people. I am intrigued to see what people do now until 11th regarding if they're wanting to purchase new miniatures. Does it influence them? What might happen with Cull? I want Centurions, but I'm holding out to 11th to see if they're still in there. Because they're firstborn. And they're fucking cool. So it'll be interesting. It will be interesting. Alright, so we'll start wrapping up because we've gone a long time. And this is without Mike. Mike is our rambler. And he's not here, so we've made up for it. So well done.
That's all right. But yeah.
We're going to struggle for our sign-off, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't think about that, did we? Alright. Again,
No, we didn't.
put in the chat the comments what you think will survive the cull or not survive the cull. If we haven't touched on your faction, let us know what you think might be in danger. We don't know everything. Well, sorry. These two don't know everything. But it'd be interesting to know what you feel in your faction that you love and what you think will actually be retired. Anyone using the new armies, do you actually think something from the new armies might get retired because it just doesn't get played? Is there a Votan army faction unit that will go, no, that was shit. What were we thinking? Get rid of it.
Votan.
Votan. The whole Votan? No, we're trying to cull the all Eldari, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. There's too many Satans in Necrons. Maybe they should, cull half of them. That'd be nice. Fuck, that hurt. Really. It's Darkmane's trying to defend his stunties. Well, sorry, mate. Yeah. When you can see eye to eye with us, we'll talk. Alright, we're going to wrap it up. Next month, we haven't got a topic, but you can give us suggestions in the Discord channel. If you're not part of the family, why not? We're friendly. Jump on in and you can see there'll be a part that you can give suggestion what you'd like us to talk about next month on the podcast. Would be great. And if you do want to support us in a financial way, there is a Patreon that you can do that with. The links will pop up anytime now. Oh, shit. How do I do that? Red Billy, Patreon. You can find that in the link. Or the links are downstairs in the chat. Fine. That does help us with all the hostings, fees, and stuff like that. So we would love some support in that. And you'll get a shout out as well. Otherwise, hit that like and subscribe. That also helps, of course. And there's always the merch. We love merch. I think someone's wearing an old school merch now, aren't you, Mark?
Yep.
Remember that brand? RLG?
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah. Still around somewhere.
Yeah. All right. I'll send you the bill of the month for keeping things rolling and ranting. Thanks, Derek. I appreciate that. He's not a paid extra yet. Don't cull Elder. We need more Exodite Elder. Yes, that was the hint. The new Elder.
But
Pirates.
But we can cull those craft world.
Oh my god, just all of them.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be great. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you, Mark.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you for the chat.
And we don't have a very cool way to sign off, so we'll say until next time, folks. Be good to each other, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good night.